got a spider web in my face. It can be a pain in the, ow, that's a thorn. Oh God. Shoreline fishing like this can, it can be a pain in the butt. It can be a pain in the butt almost all, well, at least most of the time. You got bugs, sticks, snakes, thorns. It can be a lot trying to fish with no boat on the bank. There's always something in the way. It seems like if it's not a tree in the way, then there's thorns or you can't cast. Like, dude, it's tough. It is not easy coming out here trying to fish off the shore. It doesn't matter if you're fishing a pond or a lake or wherever you're trying to fish. It's definitely an extra element of difficulty when you're fishing from shore. There's no doubt about that. Make sure you guys sub to Mystery Tackle Box. What happens next, you get your first box for as little as 10 bucks. Now, here's the cool thing about Mystery Tackle Box. When you sub to Mystery Tackle Box, you also get new tackle every month sent directly to your house. The cool part about it, when you sub to Mystery Tackle Box, you save a lot of money. Who doesn't want to save money? Without a doubt, I think one of the most challenging parts of this whole bank fishing thing is, you know, a lot of times you just don't know what's on the other side of what you're fishing. I figured out a little bit of a cheat code that I want to show you here. Just a little bit of a cheat code. So this is my drone. I've actually found this to be real useful when I'm fishing off the shoreline. And I already know what you're saying, Gerald. I'm not spending all that money on a drone just to go bank fishing. To be quite honest, this little Mavic Mini, it unfolds. It's probably cheaper than the cell phone that you're watching this video on. That's all you need. You could take this drone and like really figure out a lot of really cool places to fish, shorter ways to get there. You can also find the spawning flats. You can find the deeper areas. You can find timber. You could see a laydown that's under the water you never would have saw from the shoreline. Especially if you only fish from shore, to try fishing out of a drone. Let me show you why. Watch this. I'm gonna throw it up in the air and you'll see a couple of ponds that are literally like just right here. First look at this pond, you'll notice there's a strip of grass that goes right down the middle of this ditch. You never would have saw that from the bank. Now, here's the perfect example of why I like to throw the drone up. You can see the grass in the middle, and then you also can see some laydowns and sticks that you never would be able to see without the presence of a drone. You see those laydowns right there to the left of the screen. There's one in the middle. And then all the grass is laying right down in the middle of the ditch right here. Now this is interesting, look. You see those? Those look to me to be either stumps or boulders. They could be stumps from when they made the pond that they just cut off at the surface, but I think they're boulders. I can't really see very clearly on that, but I know this. I would love to soak a Texas rig or wacky rig on those particular stumps. Now, if you look in the center of the screen right there, you'll see a fish in that ball spot. You see him swimming out right there? That's a largemouth bass. He's swimming right out of that ball spot going into the grass. You can also see fish. You know, I've been talking a lot about structure, but you can see fish as well. Now, this looks obvious. You see the laydowns, those laydowns you see on the bank, those are the obvious ones. You can see those with the naked eye, but look at the one that's separated from the rest of the laydowns. That would definitely be a high percentage spot to catch you a bass from. You never know, could be crappie there, could be brim, but it's definitely something that I want to know about. Now look at this. This is for the brim fisherman right here. Look in the middle of the screen. You can see this is an old brim bed right on the edge of that laydown. If you look right at the tip in the dead center of the screen, that's an old brim bed. So you could use a drone to find brim beds as well.
Bro! Oh, move. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. Dude, I got it. Dude, I saw him. I saw him. I saw him. I saw him move up under that bait.
Here's another cool thing about using a drone. We found this little walking path. Obviously, we're not walking in it, but we're driving the golf cart. You can find access to a lot of those places that you want to fish. You might see them on Google Earth, but when you throw the drone up in the air, you get like real time what it looks like. Sometimes Google Earth, the satellite imaging is off by date, so it could be a lot of foliage or leaves, and those trails may not look the same on your phone as they actually do in real life. You throw up the drone, you can find a path to get to somewhere that you want to fish. It may be on public land, it might be private land, but you can actually throw it up and see exactly where you can or can't go. You know, you don't typically think of using electronics when shoreline fishing, but there's some things that you can use that you probably already have to help you catch way more fish while you're shoreline fishing. We concentrate so much in fishing on what bait to use, what rod, what line, but in all actuality, fishing is more about analyzing what you're fishing in the exact moment. What is the weather? Today is raining, today is cloudy. Like, analyzing the conditions that are currently surrounding you are so much more important, or mostly more important than what you're using. The rods, the reels, the lines, the color plastics that you're using, the color, not a spider web, color plastics that you're using, and all those things, just really not quite as important as you analyzing whether it's sunny or cloudy, or if it's grass in your body of water you're fishing, or if it's strictly barren.
Pretty much doing the exact same thing that I'm doing in my bass boat or in my bay boat when we go saltwater fishing. You're still analyzing the structure, the water, the conditions, the rainfall, the clouds, the sun, the water level. You're still analyzing all those things. It's deep on this side of the pond, it's shallow on that side. There's a creek turn here, there's a shallow flat there. The fish are spawning by stumps. Hey, bass. You're still analyzing and reading the water the same way. So fishing from the shore is a really good schoolmaster to moving up to a kayak, to moving up to a bass boat, to moving up to fishing tournaments. It's a really good schoolmaster because you're still reading the water the same way that you do when you're in a tournament fishing out of a $80,000 or $90,000 bass boat. It's literally no different. Hey, it don't get no better than this right here. You don't need a whole bunch for this kind of fishing either. I got like I did bring like 3 or 4 rods just because, you know, whatever. They give me the rods to use, I might as well bring them, right? I figured I'd at least bring them. But you could literally do this with 1 rod. I brought a crappie rod because I wanted to catch some crappie. I bought this is my favorite Absolute. Dude, this rod's like 79 bucks. I got a little 13 Inception reel on here, 6:8 to 1 gear ratio reel. Some diamond braid, Poppy McPop face. Come on, baby. All I need is some bass now. I got the gift and I got to use it. You know what I'm saying? I got the gift. I gotta use it. I'm like Miss Cleo.